Real quick, before we hop into today's video, just wanted to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, my wallet.
Did you want to hold it? Or?
I mean, I'm scared. It's my first time.
I mean, me too, but like...
I do want to hold it.
Okay.
So, how do you do this? Hey guys, welcome back to the video.
It's not even looking at you. Look at the...
Oh, dude.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing another episode of our series Scrubbing Out, where I go to locals and I try to win and don't. Today I'm joined by a special guest.
Hi, my name's Z.
So this is my roommate. Taught him to play what? You've known how to play for a little while, but refreshed it, what, like maybe 5 days ago? Maybe 4 or 5 days ago? He's really been enjoying it. He went to a locals actually the day after I taught him how to play again, playing Emu. Yeah, he did really well actually. He plays better than me. Not saying much, but you know, doing really good. So today we're both going to the Saturday locals and I am taking Yellow Luffy, a deck that I haven't played yet. Pretty interesting leader. A lot of people are not sure exactly its placement in the meta, right? Because the East hasn't had a chance with it yet, really. I've really been liking what the deck does, and I'm also sick of auto losing to it with Boa. I have no idea how I beat that first one on the opening weekend, by the way, guys. You let me know down in the comments if I just got super lucky. I think I did. I'm taking this one. That's going to be my gambling deck. Z is going to be taking
Boa Hancock.
So he's going to be going with the blue-yellow Boa Hancock. He really likes that and Emu both. So hopefully me and him don't match up because I feel like that won't go super great for him considering the matchup chart. But he's going to be taking that. He has played it before, right? You played it the other night.
Oh yeah, I did play with it.
I'm very confident in Z's ability to pilot it effectively, so I'm really hoping that one of us can make Top Gun today. Hopefully both. That would be sick. How you feeling about today?
I don't know. My second time. The community is really fun to play with. Way better than that. So it'll be different this time.
But anyways, we will see you guys at the tournament.
Before we go any further, if you guys are liking today's video, please feel free to drop a like on the like button down below. Hit the subscribe button right next to it because it's 100% free and it helps me and my channel out a ton. Hit the notification bell so that you never miss another upload, post, or stream. Hit that curvy arrow button so that you can share today's video with your friends. And leave a comment in the comment section down below saying what you did or didn't like about today's video and what you would like to see in the future. With that being said, let's get right back to the video. Okay guys, unfortunately for round 1 and 2, I did not record a post-match breakdown on the day, so I'm going to go ahead and do that right now in post. But for round 1, unfortunately, there were only 10 players, and we matched into our buddy Z here as Boa Hancock, and we won the die roll against him, so taking their curve and the fact that our hand was really good with double searchers means that we were just able to set up everything that we needed from an early standpoint, and Boa Hancock just doesn't have a whole lot of the tools necessary to defeat a leader with 6 life, especially when you're healing a lot and able to apply pressure. So we're able to even clear board if we want to without taking any real damage, just because, you know, we have so much life that we can burn it whenever we need to. So unfortunately, despite his best efforts, Boa Hancock was not able to best our Yellow Luffy. We were just able to efficiently burn down their life with cards like Eustace Captain Kidd and Nico Robin, and Boa Hancock unfortunately was not able to defeat us. So we did get the team kill against Z and took down his Boa for the round 1 win. Our second round was against Black Emu, and this game was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. I was not actually that optimistic going into Emu, and it was his first time playing Emu as he had to borrow my deck. He forgot his decks at home, so he was a little inexperienced with the deck, but he's had a ton of experience playing into it, obviously, as have most of us that have been playing since OP13. So he did pilot it very well, I think, but I just saw very fortunate cards here, and I was able to efficiently whittle down his hand over the course of of the game while still being able to burn a life or two with cards like Captain Kidd. And towards the end of the game, was able to play a pivotal Big Mom, which was able to hit cards out of his hands to avoid him burning his last life because he knew that I had unblockable event. And unfortunately, I was just able to set up too much board pressure for the Emu to be able to overcome. We were able to get the Emu down to 0, and despite him being able to set up a full board with the 10 cost 5 Elders, we had 10 Open Dawn and 1 unblockable event. So we played out that 1 cost unblockable event to give us that last bit of damage that we needed to overcome the Emu. So again, a very well played game from our opponent, but we were able to get round 2 as well, putting us at 2-0 on our record for the day.
Hey guys, so we just finished up round 3 against Black Crocodile. That game, he actually put me on my curve. He went first, so I was able to play out. I didn't see Kidd, but I saw 2 Robins, so Kidd at home. And then, yeah, we just were able to beat him out from there. Counted out really aggressively for my characters, and we were just able to close out the game because we had too much pressure. So, yep, we're currently 3-0. Z is currently X2, playing his 3rd game right now against a blue-red ace. But yeah, he played me round 1, lost. Round 2, he played into, I don't even know, I'll have to ask him. And now round 3, he's playing against blue-red ace. Doing pretty good, actually. Yellow Luffy feels really solid, just kind of like consistent. That was terrible. Hold on.
What's up, YouTube? Am I on YouTube?
It's actually worse. Yeah.
Oh my God, I made it.
Shout out.
Hi, Mom.
Dude, shout out to Rare and Sleeveless. I love these guys.
Alright guys, and here we are in the game review portion of our video. For today, I chose the final round, round 4 of the tournament against Blue Jinbei, a deck that a lot of people say we have a good matchup into because, right, we have 6 life and they're an aggro deck with small bodies, but I personally think that Jinbei has a lot of tools that are very good against Yellow Luffy, being stuff like Red Rock, as well as Gravity Blade that they can possibly tech in. And if they run the bounce package like Jozu's and Law, it can be very tricky to try and establish early pressure against them, and they can actually rush us down before we can establish a scary enough board to kill them. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be doing a little bit different of a style for this game review in my Scrubbing Out series, which is going to be, I am just going to do a sort of commentary style sort of reaction as opposed to an in-depth process like I would for our individual videos. So we're going to start off here on our 1 Dawn play. We have no plays here. So we're just going to pass it over to the Jinbei. Jinbei's going to start off with an R-Long, right? Being able to search any card with a cost of 2 or more from the top 4 of his deck. And so looks here like he's going to grab the 8 cost Rush Jinbei, which is a very strong option. And then he's just going to go into another R-Long, and beautiful alt arts on the cards in the Jinbei deck here, guys. Really, really like them. Here he's going to grab a Karubi, which I believe is just a 1k counter that on KO draws a card, and I believe gets Rush if you discard a card from hand. Yep, and that's just him showing it to us there. We're going to get our 2 Dawn and draw for turn. Still no play, so we're just going to go in 8 at lead. That's going to put him at 4 life, and we're going to pass. Here, guys, the Jinbei is going to be going to 4 Dawn. I'm not sure exactly whether or not we should starve or not in this matchup, but regardless, they're going to go into an Aladdin and then follow that up with the Karubi that they just played. And now we'll see here whether or not they decide to discard a card for leader effect in order to equip those 2 Rested Dawn, which they will, onto their Karubi here, swinging 5 at lead, right, getting rushed because he discarded a card. And so for this one, we're just going to take, trying to find a trigger body. We don't find one, it's just a Kidd, and then the Jinbei should be passing over to us, unless maybe they want to swing in another 5 or a 7 with their leader. They decide to go 5 with the R-Long here, and we're going to give them the 1k Saji. And then they're going to send 5 with their leader, so getting 3 5k attacks already on their 4 Dawn turn. A lot of pressure here. And I'm debating whether or not to give them a 2k. I think I probably should here. Yep, and we're going to give them the Jinbei just to try and stay a little healthy, and they're going to pass turn to us. And guys, we can already see they have a ton of pressure here, right? Taking us off curve means that we don't have a body yet to try and kill these little guys, so we have to waste a leader swing at one of them on top of trying to make plays for ourselves. And so it looks like here we're probably going to be going in at 6 of these little guys. Yep, and we will be going 6 at the R-Long, which will get it, and then we'll go 4 for the Sanji, searching the top 4 for any Straw Hat Crew type card. We're going to grab the 2k Nico Robin blocker, and we're going to pass turn to our opponent here. We have the Kuma for our next turn to try and heal and stay healthy, but other than that, we have not a lot of cards in hand, and even fewer than that are actually counter cards, right? We have 3 2Ks, and then 2 bricks. So our hand is decent, but the Jinbei, again, being able to put on so much pressure. And here we go again with a Fisher Tiger. So 6 cost, 7,000 power character, able to draw in 3 cards on play. And the only drawback, of course, being that he has to discard down to 5 cards at the end of his turn. And this Fisher Tiger just being a really strong option, right? As he is able to replenish his hand from playing out all of these little cards and using a ton of the cards in his hand, plus discarding for the leader effect here. So he's going to discard a Gravity Blade Raging Tiger to give his Karubi to Dawn, and he's going to swing in for another 5. Here we should probably give him a 2k to try and stay healthy. There is an argument to try and trigger out maybe a Usopp or something to try and keep up the pressure, but it doesn't matter. He's going to discard a Hiyori and send in the Arlong for 5 as well. I'm going to give him another 2k. Unfortunate that we're giving him 2ks here, guys, but we need Kuma for next turn, and now we're already down to 4 cards in hand, right? Once we play out that Kuma, probably going to be discarding one of the kids in order to heal on that next turn. Now he's debating sending in more on Aladdin, so he goes 5 with Aladdin. We're going to take and trigger the Sanji. We're going to trash out the kid in order to trigger that body. Then we're going to search the top 5. For any Straw Hat, we'll probably just grab, if I had to guess, we're taking the Robin. But there is an argument to be made here for the Gum Gum Red Hawk event to try and KO a body. I think that would be decent because we could still use that for 3k counter on our next turn if we do the... Yep, and we are going to be taking Red Hawk if we do the Bartholomew Kuma, and then he's going to go 7 at lead with his leader, and we're going to take that, going down to 3 already. And we get a Kuma off of life and a 0 cost off the top of our deck. We're going to be going to 7 Dawn here, and so now we have 3 5k swings that we can send their way. So I'm going to be going 5 into 3 at the Arlong, right, because he doesn't draw a card, 5 into 5 at the Aladdin to try and get a card out of hand. And he's going to give us the 1k Wadatsumi. And now we're thinking here. I'm trying to look at his trash to see how much counter he might have. And he doesn't have a lot of counter cards in trash. So looking like he probably has a decent amount of cards in hand. I'm going to go 5 into the 3 at Karubi. And he is going to let it go and then draw a card. And I just did that instead of the Aladdin, because if he had another 1k, then he still has the 2 attacking bodies. So I just wanted to confirm, get a body off the board. We're going to go with the Kuma here, pitching a 0 cost event and healing 1 life, going back up to 4, and we're going to pass. So now the Jinbei going to, I believe, 8 Dawn it is, and still has 2 bodies on board, both of which are pretty sizable against us, right? And we're not really seeing the removal pieces, not that we have a ton, but we're not seeing the removal that we have in our deck yet. Again, not being able to play any bodies for those first 2 turns, really devastating against a deck like Jinbei, who is on their curve and taking us off our curve at the same time. You're going to see him go 8 for the 10 cost Warlords Jinbei, right? And then he's going to trash a Perfume Femur to give 2 Dawn to his Aladdin, which at the same time will give his Jinbei Rush. I'm going to pay 1 for that Red Hawk to go plus 3k, right? And that was something that I first saw, was him putting 2 Dawn on either his leader or his Aladdin to go to 7, so I was able to counter 3k. He's going to send 7k with Fisher Tiger, and I'm debating triggering out the Usopp here to go to a 7k leader. And not triggering that out means that he is going to be able to go in with his leader here for 5k. Probably should have just triggered that out to force him to give us another card out of hand in order to pressure with his leader. I give him the Usopp anyways, right? So it would have been better to just trigger that out probably, but at the end of the day, it's whatever. So it's going to be Robin. We're not going to use the trigger on that, right? There's nothing in our hand that we want to play, and he's going to pass turn to us. We now are down to 2 life already, and we're only at 9 Dawn. So we could go with a Bonnie here to try and clear board, but that would leave us with no Dawn open for anything. And I don't think that putting ourselves in that kind of situation would be beneficial right now. The best play might actually just be to Dawn up on some of our guys, try to clear board here, and then play out the Bartholomew Kuma to once again heal. And so I'm going to start off here thinking hard about what we want to do. There's also a case to be made to play out that Robin as a blocker, right? But the issue is that is a 2k, and I believe it's our last 2k in hand. So we're going to start with a 5 into 5 at Aladdin. He's going to draw a card when it dies, which is pretty nice, right? So even though it's a 5k body, still replacing itself, and it plays out another putty on play. Crazy value here in the Jinbei deck. I'm going to go 7 into 7. He's going to give us a 2k. So I'm going to put 2 Dawn onto our Sanji, send it into the Fisher Tiger. He's going to let it go, and now he just has the 10k Jinbei. I decided it's time to start pressuring life again, so we go 5k at lead with our Sanji. And are we going to go with a Robin here to trash life and get aggressive? Or Kuma to heal? Nope, we're going to go Kuma to heal, which makes sense. I think it's probably better to pitch out of the Bonnie here. Or no, the Bonnie is a rush body, so we decide to go with the kid, and we'll heal back up to 3. So we only have 3 cards in hand here with 3k counter, but we have a decent board set up, and he only has 1 attacker. So even if he goes with another Jinbei here and bounces one of our bodies, he still can only hit us for 3 damage max with his leader. And here it comes, the second 8 cost Jinbei. He's going to draw 2 cards and bounce a 7 cost or less to our hand. So it's either going to be a Kuma or one of the Sanjis. It's probably going to be that rested Kuma. And this is the part of the game that gets really scary, guys, is Jinbei's able to maintain a lot of cards in hand thanks to those Fisher Tigers and those Jinbei 8 costs. And we don't really have a way to get that advantage back. We can filter, sure, with cards like Kid and our leader, but just raw draw cards, we don't have anything like that. And so he's going to go double leader skill here to get to a 9k leader with Jinbei into our Sanji, right? Doing a little bit of board maintenance. And now he has a 10k Jinbei and a 10k Jinbei, right? Because the one got rushed when he activated leader ability. So now he goes 10 into our Sanji. We're going to let that one go because we don't have enough counter. And if he goes 10 into our Kuma here, we actually cannot defend it, but it would give us a life. So there is that. And he's deciding really hard if he wants to go into Jinbei or not. He goes into our lead and we take that with no trigger. It was the Nami, but he has nothing for us to KO. That's why I don't think the Nami is amazing right now. It only KOs a certain number of cards. And so we're finally at our 10 Dawn turn, down to 2 life though versus his 3, and he has 2 10k bodies on the board, guys. Absolutely terrifying. And so now we're looking at, do we want to establish a big body? Do we want to establish a Nami and Dawn up and swing? Or do we want to maybe just put a lot of Dawn onto our Kumas here and shove into these Jinbeis? And I think the right answer might just be shove with the Jinbeis, but it looks like I might be considering the Robin play here to try and trash one of those life, because the issue is even if we clear one or both of these Jinbeis with how few cards he has in hand, he still has a leader swing, which we may or may not be able to get out of. And if he has another Jinbei, we might just be cooked, right? Because he could bounce one of our Kumas and still swing in at life. And so here we're going to go 10 at the Jinbei here to see if we can't clear it. He's going to give us the 1k counter with Fisher Tiger. And now I think the issue is I'm trying to figure out whether I want to play this 4-cost blocker or just stack a bunch onto the Kuma and swing into the Jinbei. Because if we put 3 on the first Kuma, that means that in order to play out our 6 drop, we would only be able to equip 1 more Dawn this turn. So I swing 5 at lead and then do his ability now that we're at 2 to draw 1, trash 1, just to try and get some more options in hand. And I think it looks like I'm trying to pitch out of our brick here, but I think the better play would be to just get rid of the Nami, as we're probably not going to use that Nami, and keep that aggressive option. He is going to take going down to 2 life, and so now we only have a couple Dawn left. Because we swung at leader, now it's much less likely that we're able to clear another Jinbei if we swing a raw 10. So it might just be better, in my opinion, to stack everything on this Kuma and for sure clear one of the Jinbeis. However, the issue at this point is if we do clear one of these Jinbeis, do we have enough Dawn up to survive? And so we leave 1 Dawn, or excuse me, do we have enough counter to survive? And so we have 1 Dawn, we swing for 7 plus 3 is 13 at the Jinbei, and he has the 4k counter in 3 cards. And so now we're looking at a really rough way. He swings a raw 10. We have to take this one. No trigger. It's going to be another Robin. So we have not a ton of counter in hand. It looks like we have, what's that, 4, 5, 6k counter. So we can get out of an 11, or excuse me, we can get out of a 10 going to 11 as it stands right now. If we saw an Usopp, that would give us plus 2k for the turn. If we saw the event, right, either Searcher or the Gum Gum Red Hawk, we can do plus 3k to our leader with that last remaining Dawn, but in a really precarious spot right here, guys. And so our opponent has all 10 Dawn left, and he's really thinking about how he wants to do this. And so taking this long to respond makes me think that he either has a Karubi or something that gives him rush, or possibly even another Jinbei, right? The 3rd Jinbei would be brutal here. So a lot of thinking going on here, as neither of us probably have another turn after this, as I think he only has the 2 cards in hand. So we see here he's going to put 4 on his Jinbei and swing in for 14, it looks like. And so we are going to have to take a 14, right? We cannot counter here. And so I think I'm just trying to play poker with the poker face here. But yep, we take this 14 and there's going to be no trigger. It is a 2k though. So that puts us at being able to get out of, I believe, a 12. So as it stands right now, he cannot kill us with his leader. But don't forget, guys, that leader ability is very terrifying. So if he plays something like a bounce law here and pitches out of that Jinbei, or excuse me, bounces back that Jinbei to give himself the rest of Dawn, then we could be in a really bad spot because he has so much rested Dawn to equip. And he's going to do that. He's going to bounce the Jinbei to his hand and the law, which here's a little bit of why he did this. This is actually a crazy play. So the Jinbei leader ability, right? You can pitch any card out of your hand to give yourself 2 rested Dawn, which is a lot of power. That's plus 2k. Now, when he plays the bounce law for 4 here, it gives him 2 active Dawn left. And then when he bounces the Jinbei and then the law, it gives him 2 more cards to pitch, which is plus 4k more to his leader. So he pays 4 Dawn to get plus 4k to his leader off of just those 2 cards. And with the 1 card left in his hand, that means he can go plus 6 already just off these Dawn. If he pitches his entire hand, he can equip 6 rested Dawn to his leader, which puts him at 11. And then if he puts these 2 Dawn on it, it goes to 13,000 power at our leader, right? But Here's a key thing. He was a little bit distracted because he had the baby here on board, and it had been quite a long tournament already for everybody. He goes Perfume Femur to buff the leader plus 2k, right? And give himself unblockable, which doesn't matter, right? Because we don't have a blocker. So he uses that last Udon to go Perfume Femur. And because of this, he goes down to 2 cards in hand. So his leader is going to be a 7k, and then he's going to leader ability to give himself 2 more. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and we do have exactly enough to get out of an 11, right? Thanks to the Perfume Femur. And so he's going to go 11 at lead with his Jinbei. And because he did not pitch 3 cards and he only pitched 2, we actually, despite him playing Perfume Femur, had enough to counter out of this attack. So we're going to go 2, 2, 1, 1, 1 and be able to get out of the attack. And I believe our opponent just concedes here, but we definitely have enough pressure to kill him with no cards in hand, right? As every single attack will hit. He's just going to concede at that point because he has nothing else. And we are going to take that game from the Jinbei. Very, very close game. Just came down to that last 1 card in hand. But that is going to be our final round, and that is going to give us the win for round 4 to put us at undefeated for the day, right? 4-0. Pretty crazy record and pretty crazy game for my opponent. A very strong player, and he sat at table 1 that entire day. So I was not expecting to get the win here, especially against Jinbei. We were barely able to pull it out. So once again, good game to my opponent, and we'll get back to the rest of the video. All right, guys, so round 4 is over. I played against Blue Jinbei, very aggressive leader. Bro was rushing me down very well. He saw a lot of 1-drops, and he saw everything on curve. He saw the 1-drops into the Aladdin, into the Fisher Tiger, into 2 Jinbeis, and the last turn he just barely miscalculated math, so he technically had it, but he played a Perfume Femur instead, and I was able to counter out. Very close game. That left me at XO for the day, undefeated with 4 games. Z?
I don't like Boa.
Yeah, it's valid. He played me round 1, so auto lose, and then round 2 you played against a what? Is it Emu?
No, I don't remember. What
I know
it was.
round 3 was
Lost.
Ace, and then this last round you played against a Red Black Sabo and got it. So yeah, Boa, I don't know. I like the deck. So anyways, unfortunately Z didn't do that great, but I think that puts me at undefeated for the day. You still like the game or no?
I don't like Boa Hancock. It's the worst leader I've ever played.
Don't worry, I'll let you try Croc when I get Croc. I think you'll like that one.
Croc? Oh, well, I did win something today. I didn't show the camera.
Oh, yeah, hold on. Beginner's luck is real, guys. Check this out.
Lost the tourney. Didn't lose the pack opening. I pulled a alt-art.
It looks good next to the, because that was my OP12 hit pack.
Oh, wow, it's that one, but better.
Yeah, it's just a different art. That one was from like the Learn to Play decks.
Do you want to buy it off me?
We did it, guys. Guys, can't believe it. Episode 7, we finally did it. We won our first locals, and we just had to play the yellow gamble deck. It just worked. Turns out if you just stack enough life on the board, you win.
Yeah, well, one of the yellow gamble decks had to have won today. This is not mine.
The gamble paid off, boys. Let's go. So we have a success. This should probably be the end of the first season. So I guess season 2 will be the next episode. That's crazy.
All right, guys, and we are finally at the end of the video. If you've made it this far, please drop a like down below as it helps me out a ton, and hit the subscribe button while you're at it because that helps me and the channel out even more. Hit that notification bell so that you never miss a video, post, or stream. Hit the curvy arrow button to share this video with your friends, and feel free to leave a comment down below saying what your favorite part of the video was or something that you thought could have been done better or that I missed in one of the games. So, since today is the season finale of Scrubbing Out, I have quite a few things here for our pack opening. So what I have here is basically every single of just like the entry packs that you get for entering a tournament that I've been saving up for a while. Our 1 winners pack that we got from our tournament that we won, 4 packs of OP12, 2 more packs of PRB2, and then I will crack open a fresh box of OP14 and open 2 packs of that for you guys. So for these ones, I'm just going to glaze over them and just kind of chat at you while I do. But thank you guys so much for supporting the channel throughout this entire first season. It's really meant a ton. And thank you guys at Rare and Sleeveless and at all the locals that I've gone to for helping me get better and improve. This is something that I honestly didn't think would happen for quite a long while. And so for me, it's just a really big landmark in my journey in competitive card games in general, but especially in One Piece, which I've really liked a lot. Once again, thank you guys so much for being a part of this journey with me, and I can't wait to see where it takes me in the future. And for season 2, guys, I was thinking of maybe doing like a regional or something. So let me know in the comments if you would be interested in seeing something like that. Now, I can't record the games at the regional, right? You're not allowed to take any notes or record, so I won't be doing any of that, but you guys let me know in the comments if that is something that you would be interested in, a blog style regional video, and I will see if I can make it to one. And guys, for season 2, I think I will start the first episode in EB03, as EB03 is about a week away at the time of me finally recording and publishing this. So I will start off season 2, which I will be dubbing Yellow's Revenge, as Yellow's been a pretty mid color forever, and it's about to take over. EB03 giving us Nami and Robin, as well as for specifically Blue Yellow Nami, the Searcher event, and then OP15 giving us that Borsalino, as well as the new Yellow Zoro. All right, now we'll open our winner pack for that tournament from the other day, and let's see what it is in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, okay. All right, so it's not the baby 5, but I will definitely take this, the Hiyori. I mean, look at that, pretty cool looking. All right, and just so you guys can get a closer look here, this is the normal Hiyori, right, that we know and love, and then this is the winner's version. So similar art, but I honestly would have just preferred like a full art treatment of this, because I really like the auburn colors in the background there. And now we have 4 packs of OP12 here. The hit, of course, being Kuma. So would love to pull another Kuma. I think that card's like $50 right now or something. So 3 SRs, nothing too crazy, but we'll take it. All right, we'll do our PRB next. And I think out of this box, if I remember correctly, the only thing that we have left to pull is like foil Dons. There was 4 packs left, so I took 2 of them. Pretty cool. And then last but not least, we'll crack open this box of 14 here. All right, let's crack this open. And we will get started on the right side here with our first 2 packs. Okay, and we'll save the rest of this for later. And let's do it. Now, I know out of this case, I already pulled 2 manga events, the Treasure Rare Zoro, and then we also pulled 4 leaders. So I don't know what other hits could really be in here. Oh, and a Gold Dawn. So I don't know if there's like another Gold Dawn waiting in here or what, but we will see. All right, no leader here. We got Rayleigh. Ooh, let's go. We got a Crocodile Secret Rare. Yes, sir. All right. Got a Secret Rare out of our first pack here. Pretty awesome. And last pack of our season finale opening. Chaka and Pell. And for fun. All right, guys. So that is going to do it for our season finale card opening. There we go. And we got our Secret Rare Crocodile and our Hiyori winner card. That is going to do it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching this series. It's been such a great journey, and I can't wait to see what season 2 and the future holds in store for me and you guys. I'll see you in the comments section and on the next video. And as always, have a great rest of your day.